I check the clock, wondering what he'll pull this time. I have a feeling that necromancer's outside, and I'm just trying to stay quiet. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I'll keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, promises and contracts I used to keep. I don't sleep much, that's crazy. How'd you know that? I keep myself up, that's maybe how you know that. Ooh, my hallucinations I used to see. It felt so real, but now I plead, just take the deal. I promised you a contract. I promised you a contract.
Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
I keep on lying to
thank you. On a cold night at the foot of the Rockies, EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, Colorado. Tonight, it's on to Week 10 already. Hard to believe, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Denver Broncos. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Herbert to throw right away. He's got the tight end. That's Gadsden. 5 yards on the game's first play. 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys? Coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night, guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
21. Go.
Now it's Herbert. He's going to launch this thing right downfield. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Riley Moss. And the Broncos are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Looking to put a drive together. Now the Central Florida product is R.J. Harvey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
The Broncos at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw is Nix. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. Nick's going to give to Hardy. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. A gain of just 1. Well, these two teams hooking up for the second time this year. They first met back in October, week 7. And it was the Broncos getting the road victory, so they'll look to take the season series now here in Denver. Now it's Nix. It's caught on the right side. Williams. They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to have a 3rd down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They come into this one in the bottom half of the NFL against the run, number 19 overall.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
One play action. Here's Nix. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Kyle Williams, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Broncos use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Will Lutz on for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos.
Makes the score. Broncos 7, Chargers 7.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
And his throw is going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Herbert now. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
A 28-yard gain. And the Chargers first down.
Here's Herbert. Now a deep one for Johnston. This is caught inside the 15. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, 54 yards. And the Chargers are an extra point away from drawing level. And for the extra point, Cameron Dicker. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And the mile-high air in full effect as that's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
They'll go play action with this. And this throw will be intercepted. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
After the turnover, here's Herbert. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Broncos are going to get the football here at their own 23.
And, partner, I think this is what long-term starters in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack, because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Clock runs, less than a minute to go, and an entertaining first quarter of play. Once more with Harvey. And tough going there as they'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down. But you talk about the defense for these Chargers. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Down the right sideline. He may go. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Kyle Williams, his second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Lutz with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. They currently sit one game over 500 thanks to their victory a week ago. But, Charles, they've been really an up-and-down team all year. Do you think that they have enough to get into the playoffs?
Well, you did mention they've been up and down all year, so to me, it depends on what week you catch them. When they're at their best, I think they're definitely playoff-worthy. But to me, they haven't been able to bring the intensity week in and week out, and that could be their Achilles heel.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He'll look underneath and finds Brown. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly blocked down. But a nice little gain.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll run on 3rd down with Brown. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
This is taken at about the 14. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Here's Nix. Throw left side there, Schwartz with it.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, particularly running away from someone and not worry about it.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way home for a Mediocre score.
Kyle Williams
On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
and the Broncos go up by 2 touchdowns.
What's good on the extra point? And it's now 21-7. 21. Chargers 7. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
The Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what will be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They got to get going.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Justin Herbert looking to pass.
Pass out left finds Johnston.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down.
Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
And Johnston sent in motion.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. His throw incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half. Unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Hey, Kappa. Baylor Tiger.
Here's Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 39. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 39-yard line.
Now Herbert going to change the look.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Now he's going to step up and run.
And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Then their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you can get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves, that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Lion.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Herbert. And it's caught.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touchdown.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Hampton. Touchdown, Chargers.
Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating what we have to make the call. They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Here's Dicker now as he'll send this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
Nix to the air. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Nix. It's caught inside the 25. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. Nix looking to throw again. Over the middle, that's caught by Schwartz. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
At the Chargers' 14-yard line.
Now 2nd and 3. To throw, here's Nix. And this one's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with him. That's good coverage, and it led to an incompletion.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it. Here's Hardy. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
To throw is Nix. And they're going to get him. They bring it down to sack back at the 16-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on 2nd and goal? They'll swing this out to Harvey. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Interested to see what they dial up here. 3rd and goal with a lot of green between them and the end zone. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. They'll try and do, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Quiddy Pay in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. The kick by Lutz is good. And that will do it for this first half. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember that first half, good through the air and really hard to rank an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Over the middle, it's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
No sense risking anything there on first down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
Now it's Nix. A short throw to Ingram. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Throwing Nix. That is caught. And he will have the Broncos first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Harvey now on 1st and 10. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Operating from the gun, Nix. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
That sure looked like a nice call by the defense, and they're very cohesive in their coverage. As soon as he cut inside, they broke on the football and met him as the ball got there and forced the incompletion.
Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw, trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Herbert, quick pass out wide. They find some open field here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Give him 32 on the play. And that last throw right there putting him already over 3,000 passing yards now for the campaign.
And given where we are in the season, Brandon, you have to think to yourself, if he stays healthy, I think 4,000's a given. I think 5,000 is not out of the question if he stays high.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they'll set up with a 2nd and 1.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Another run for Brown on 2nd down. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. yards the pickup, first down.
First down. A 4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
Right back to Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now to this point.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
An inside give, Brown. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Chase Brown. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers are back within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts the lead to 3, 24-21.
Chargers 21.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line to the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Still enjoying the lead here in the third quarter, despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now we'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
They'll look to throw now on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in his own blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A handoff. Here's Harvey. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. That one caught by Cole. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
That's good for a Broncos first down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Looking to throw. Miss. And he's got it. Only a yard in the completion. It's second and goal.
And we've seen him have success earlier on with the ball in his hands because he is a get it in space and make a play kind of a receiver. But that time, they closed on him quickly and held him to a short gain.
Harvey.
will take it in. Touchdown, Denver. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Next to score, Broncos 31, Chargers 21.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And able to get this across the 20, but now... further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23. They defer to Brown to start the drive. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. 93 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Here's Herbert. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Bishop. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a 1st. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
21. 5-9, 5-9. 59, 59. Let's go. Baylor Tiger. Baylor Tiger. Ready.
Herbert now. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and it passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And it's 3rd down.
Now it's Herbert. He'll try to pick it up himself. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open. So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Quick hit here, it's complete. And they'll get it out just short of the 45 at the 44. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a first down. The passing game continues to be their friend. Even with a stable lead here in the 4th, Charles, they're going back to that well.
Yeah, with their overall philosophy, you know that they trust their quarterback. He's been able to throw it well. They continue to throw these safe passes. Who can blame them?
Well, that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Straight ahead with Harvey. Escapes the defender. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 59 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
Well, I don't think there's any question, Brandon, at this stage, the stop troops, the defensive guys, they got to use their 3 timeouts here. They've got to stop them and get the ball back.
Yeah, if you're in that 2 to 3 score deficit window that they're in now, you got to get it ASAP.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Stop them.
And this is caught. Touchdown! Kyle Williams, 32 yards. And the Broncos add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Lutz with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. Looking like Simon's got a man. That's Bishop. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
Line.
Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
They'll give it here to Brown. And this time he is in. Chase Brown, his second touchdown of the night. And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Broncos are going to get the football. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to 9. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it here on the jet sweep. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll get it with still 1:20 left to go in the game. 3rd and 2. Up the middle, it's Harvey. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. When this offense gathers to watch the tape, they're going to like a lot of what they saw. They put up big numbers, but they might fast forward through that last play.
Oh, there won't be any fast forwarding, partner. I've sat in those sessions before. You end up spending more time on the bad plays than you do on the good ones. It's just the nature of coaches. But I know sitting in that room, when you've had a big game, the night that they've had, you don't want to hear that. You just want to focus on the good stuff.
This is 1st and 10. Throwing, Herbert. Johnston hauls it in. And he's going to be out around the 45-yard line. Well, there's still hope, but it's dwindling fast. No timeouts left. They need 2 scores still. 1st and 10 here. Now Herbert. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. It's Tariq Castro-Fields who picked it. And the Broncos will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. The win for the Broncos, seemingly assured. They go down to a knee. Well, things started off exciting in this one. Had a high-scoring first half, and nobody let their foot off the gas in the second half either, Charles. And, you know, for them, a really nice victory in a high-scoring output.
You're right about that, because so many times we'll see teams come out slow and take a while to get going, and points become a little bit harder to score near the end of games, as we know.